Hello, I'm Reverend Dr. Lisa Fiddermon. I am the coordinator for Pastoral Ministries here at Green Spring. Welcome to our show today. Today is May the 5th, 2020. It is actually Cinco de Mayo Day. It's a good day to be here. I'm so glad to have this opportunity to have this time to help to inspire and encourage you today. But before I get into the topic for today, I wanted to just remind you that this week is actually Nurses Appreciation Week. From May 6th through the 12th. So whenever you see a nurse just make sure that you are sure that you give them the proper appreciation, a thank you, to let them know that you really appreciate the work that they're doing. They are the first responders. We're so appreciative to all of our nurses and all of the persons that are on the front lines helping and saving lives. So we're thankful for all of you. Also wanted to remind you that on the 7th is the National Day of Prayer. So we want to make sure that we're all in a posture of prayer. It is a good opportunity for all of us to be able to come together and pray together because we're in this space where prayer is absolutely needed. I think, again, some of us have prayed more than we ever have before during this COVID season. So we're just very, very glad to have this opportunity where we can actually come together as a nation and as the world to pray. All right, so thank you for all of that, all that you've been doing. As I'm also one who serves with the concierge, and I'm just very thankful to all of the residents and all of you, all of the signs and that you've put up to say thank you. We're just so appreciative of all that you're doing. And at Pastoral Ministries, we are very mindful of the kinds of things, the grief and loss that people are experiencing today. We want to do all that we can to inspire, to encourage, to comfort you during this time. It's difficult for a lot of us, and grief and loss doesn't always necessarily mean death. It could be, again, the loss of a dream. It could be the loss of a particular way of life. And of course, all of our lives are impacted by this virus, and it's causing us to miss out on the things that we would normally miss out on. But I wanted to offer an opportunity to share with you that even though there is grief and there's loss, there is still hope. And a lot of people are able to find that hope through their faith. Many people have survived so many different kinds of tragedies, whether it's surviving a war or surviving viruses before this, the pandemic before. In I believe it was in 1918. There was the Spanish flu, and people survived as a result of that. And many of it, I think, is because of their faith. There is so much that can be taken as we cling to our faith, cling to those things that are precious to us, those promises that we can hold on to keep us centered. One of the things that helps me is to be able to center on a particular scripture or verse or a particular motivational words that helps to strengthen me through the day. A lot of times we can start off with something simple during the day or at the beginning of our day and start. So I'm I'm just here to encourage you today, to remind you to not give up, to keep going, and to remain patient. I know there's a lot of impatience that's going on. We're weary, we're tired of staying where we are, staying in one place. But there is a benefit to waiting. I don't know about you, but I'm not a person who is the best at picking fruit. Some of you may have it down to a science. There is definitely a science to picking the right grapes. There is definitely a science to picking the right melons, the right cantaloupe. And so there are things that we know that we have to do in order to make sure that, there are things we have to do, there are things that we have to do while we are waiting for the grapes and the melons and the cantaloupe to ripen. If we eat it too soon, it tastes awful. It might look okay on the outside, but on the inside it tastes awful. And so I think that is a good metaphor for us to use when we're in this space of waiting. There's a benefit to waiting. So we're in this season of just trying to be ripe at the right time, so that whatever happens afterwards will be in a space of flourishing, that will be a space of much improvement. An inspiration for me is, of course, the butterfly. I have a butterfly on my badge, and we're pretty much like the caterpillar that has not become the butterfly. We're in this cocoon and we're waiting to come out, and there are things that are happening on the inside of this cocoon that has to take place in order for our wings to become strengthened and in order for us to fully develop. So if there are some projects around the house that you haven't completed yet, if there are some opportunities that you haven't taken yet, we still have time to do those things. So I wanted to, I'm hoping that you will be encouraged with a few of these words. I love to have the opportunity to be able to share, and I want you to be encouraged. I want you to be to be diligent. We're still all in this process of remembering to wash our hands and to continue with this, what I call safe distancing. And just remember that we haven't developed yet. We're on our way. Don't give up, just hold on. There is a promise that will unfold, just like the butterfly will unfold at the right time. So that's what I wanted to encourage you to think about today. All right, so I hope that this is helpful for you. I have more to share. I'm glad to have this opportunity to share with you today. And I look forward to seeing you next time. I do know that, again, the next episode for the National Day of Prayer, we will, at Pastoral Ministries, will have an opportunity to pray with you, and we can all pray together. So thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you again.